blocking up at the net.
Servers who struggled in this one for TCU. Diving by Morgan Perkins, the middle blocker trying to get that dig. Middles always want to get a dig. I love it.
And I love it because look at, that was a first ball side out. Incorporating off of an out of system play. Now, this sport is all about who executes out of system. A&M, that's become their identities through their first 5 wins. They are a great team out of system. Same with TCU, able to incorporate that fast tempo.
Triple block by TCU. Doing a really good job at setting that up. You can see the frustration, not able to close that platform, getting TCU the kill.
But everybody is keeping their eye on what's going on the other side of the court. It takes a lot of mental discipline to read when to do that.
Lauren Murphy not only getting an ace, but getting an ace on the libero, Ava Underwood.
You kind of mentioned it. We've seen a lot of serve received by liberos today. Now, 2 things can happen there. 1, servers are not hitting their seams. They're not hitting their areas. They're not serving who they're supposed to. But 2, a testament to Texas A&M's liberos because they are able to control that back row and take balls away from other players.
Quick fix by Underwood. Kept alive by Kelly. It's going to be a free ball for the Aggies. Tip kept alive, not this time for Walk. Finally, Casapala ending that one. Casapala, just like Lednicki, one of the ABCA players to watch. Player of the year to be something that Jamie Morrison would love one of his players to get. Maddie Walk at the service line. Back row setting. 3-option pass by Hendricks. Kelly coming in fast, but straight into Casapala's block.
That's huge. You know how hard that is to do timing. But Casapala proving to be one of the most disciplined blockers.
Becca Kelly getting the own recycle up for her team. Nice coverage there. Up again, Casapala's tip, not able to make it fall. A lot of out-of-system plays right now. Both teams going with the tip. Not pretty, but Jason Williams doesn't care as long as his team gets the point.
Well, both teams playing scrappy. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just have to get the ball up. That's the name of the game. As much as we'd like it to be pretty, but one thing that I noticed from both of these teams is they're able to put over attacks, hard-driven balls on out-of-system plays, even when there's a lack of communication, and that's kind of the name of the game. You got to better the ball.
Lednicki taking a little bit off. Fody not able to put it on target. Kelly again with that deep roll shot. Stowers a little early on her approach, but still finding that line.
Kendall Stowers, I mean, wow. Scouting Stowers hits the ball hard when it counts. Total gamer in big moments too. Now you can see this A&M team as a group comes out fired up tonight, but Stowers is one of those players that always comes out fired up.
Looks like Coleman might have been under the net at that one. Always want to be careful when the blockers and hitters are that close at the net. It's going to be Kendall Stowers' serve. The Baylor transfer had 7 kills against SMU last night. 3-option pass by Hendricks. Out to Kelly, straight down. Casapala next to Lednicki has to be the best rotation for the Aggies.
I mean, wow, if you will be searching for a deeper run come tournament time. So playing in these arenas, playing in different arenas, playing in empty arenas, playing in full arenas, it helps come tournament time.
Out to Lednicki, finding the net, no touch on the block. That's an error you do not see often from this now national team player. At the service line, Samara Coleman. The 6'1" freshman with the topspin serve. Ava Underwood all over it though. Back to Lednicki, a second chance. Bree Kelly way off the net. Excuse me, Becca did play her sister Bree earlier this season. We'll talk about that later. Kelly's sisters are not to be messed with. Tight ball again for Kelly. Looking for the hands. Casapala said there's no way.
And Cosabal is doing a great job of targeting number 11 in white, Becca Kelly, on your screen. She is their big, heavy arm. She's their go-to OH1 in a lot of out-of-system scenarios, able to play on that right side pin, left side pin, and execute no matter what. So A&M knows where she is on the court, and they are making sure she's shut down.
High offset from Helmuth. Out to Hendricks, touched, kept alive, coverage from Kelly across the court. Hendricks going for those hands, looks like she gets it. Lednicki is looking at Jamie Morrison saying, I did not touch that ball. Looks like she might want him to take the challenge. Look left of your screen. What'd you see, Anna? I thought there was a touch. I thought it was an easy touch.
Yeah, you can tell the touches with the change of direction. If you zoomed in, you can tell if the finger touched, but it really is that change of direction.
No Logan Lednicki.
And now you have TCU on a little bit of a run here within 4. It's interesting we didn't call a challenge on that.
Maybe that would have been a good challenge. Yeah, and like you said, TCU not taking that momentum. Volleyball is a game of momentum. One wrong thing can happen. That can snowball a little bit, which Jamie Morrison used that word on the call today. He said things were snowballing in those errors. But A&M still holding that lead. There's a Logan Lednicki now.
And what do you do when TCU gets on a run? Well, you got to send it to number 9, Lednicki, because she is your go-to. Again, you said it earlier. We'll say it all night. AVCA National Player of the Year watch list. She is such a prolific scorer on that right side pin, and her connection with Maddie Walk is improving day by day.
Arm swing looking like a machine from Lauren Murphy. Effortless connection with her and her setter.
I love this rotation they got. Lauren Murphy, who's normally on that right side or just a pin hitter, able to come in the middle and again hit that quick, especially off the serve receive. Texas A&M's blockers aren't going to expect that, so as the match rolls on, they're going to have to adjust.
High set to the outside. Helmet says bye-bye. That's a kill for me. I like seeing the personality from this team. Both these teams have some feisty players in the best way.
And that's a testament to the coaches, right? We've both gotten to work with these coaches a little bit, especially this season. I don't know what high schooler is looking at either of these coaches and saying, I don't want to play for this guy. Right? They're both awesome.
Both coaches awesome, both very different personalities. That's going to be the Aggies' point error on the antenna. That's an error that you don't want to see. Coaches are okay with those errors if they're aggressive, but going into the antenna, not so much. It's Addie Applegate at the service line. A&M leading by 5. Back row attack off the hands from Coleman. She's going to get it.
I love this. TCU slowing down A&M's momentum. Coming out of the back row a couple times today, specifically with Samara Coleman, the freshman. She's been so lethal in that back row. A&M's middle blockers and back row defense are going to have to adjust. You hate to see a missed serve follow that one up, though, especially where they were just within 4. Now we're in the 20s. So set 1 closing out for A&M. TCU looking to gain some momentum back before we head into set 2.
Aggies beating the Horned Frogs to the red zone, which is that 1st to 20 mark. Back row attack, Murphy going right through that split across the Stowers.
Not able to get out to that left side pin on the A&M side, and Lauren Murphy with that quick tempo, and then of course her reach, 6'4" up at that net, the junior Murphy back to serve.
Little two-step approach from Samara Coleman, working with what she's got, playing now, getting her team.
And the freshman comes in, is able to execute and get a kill.
6th kill for the freshman, Samara Coleman. Blocked but kept alive by the Aggies. It's going to be out again to Coleman. Lednicki giving her team a chance. Stowers with a hybrid hit. Perfect placement too.
Undefendable ball. Nobody's getting that. That's
around her, and you can see the different underclassmen stepping up, especially on the outside.
No, and it was cool after they defeated Penn State, the entire team, they celebrated, but they ran back to Gibson on the bench. It was pretty emotional for everybody.
Gibson announced on Friday before the UCLA game she's out for the season. Thankfully for her, teammates like Sarah Sylvester step up, spread out that wealth on the net. Gibson did say in her shared post that this isn't the last you'll see of me in a TCU jersey, so we have big hopes for her. Fody at the service line. Casapala coming in with a 2-eye set. A little bit behind her going out. Jay Morrison looking a little concerned, calling that timeout. TCU with that momentum, getting back now, just a 2-point lead for the Aggies.
Great pass. It starts with the first touch, and then you're able to incorporate out to you in the gym when they're doing hitting lines. I mean, she hits that ball so hard. It is great to see her get experience at such a young age. I'm going to guess that that's going to be a name that we're going to know in the volleyball world for her whole eligibility.
Free ball from A&M and TCU hoping to take advantage, and they do. Sarah Sylvester making that tip in the middle of the court easy.
Again, incorporating the middles. You got Ella Fody back to serve. Her undergrad years at Marquette, she was one of the most disciplined servers on that team, has come in and is really controlling that offense setting.
Always harder to take the service error in the net, especially giving your opponent set point, but that's something Ella Fody has to come back from. 3 seasons at Marquette, 1 beach season at Pepperdine. You have to have that goldfish memory, which you never experienced, you know she's good at. Kendall Stowers at the line. Out to Kelly, tipped over. Finding that shot. Kelly trying to get her team riled up, staying alive this first set.
Becca Kelly has been getting blocked all match, so now she's able to switch it up and put the ball down where the Texas A&M is not.
Coleman still holding on to that ball at the service line, and it's going to be an ace! A top spin ace for the freshman, leading the gym in kills. Like, that's what players do in those practice gyms. This scenario, 6-1 scoring run for TCU. Matched up at set point. Coleman. Underwood almost with the overpass, but it's kept alive in Helmuth, getting her team out of trouble.
Great setting from number 16, Maddie Walk, for Texas A&M. Able to see that the middle blockers had jumped and left Emily Helmuth completely alone, undefendable.
Volpe tight on the net. Covered. It's out to Kelly, and it's straight down. Stuffed by Helmuth. Texas A&M taking that first.
2.
Off the block. Only right, the first kill of the set 2 is Tamara Coleman on the right side. Keeping this ball alive, TCU picking up. Ava Underwood not able to get to that ball.
A little bit of junk from everybody, but Sarah Sylvester has been taking care of the junk today. Great connection from Ella Fody. Remember, Ella Fody at Marquette was one of their go-to pin hitters. She played defense, she was great, but she was not a setter. And Jason Williams said, hey, it's only a matter of time until she starts leading this team. We know she's got it in her. But hats off to Coach Williams for seeing her athletic ability and capitalizing.
Right by the scorer's table, saved by Stowers, and it's a free ball. Oh, looks like almost up by Walk. But getting the point of Sarah Sylvester.
I mean, back to back. Again, it doesn't have to be a 10-foot bounce. That's okay. TCU has to capitalize off of the free ball, and they connect on that push or that 31 or flare, whatever you call it, to, again, Sarah Sylvester.
Casapala making that look effortless, which it's not, showing that arm swing, why she is one of the players of the year to watch for the AVCA.
And Maddie Hawk, again, Maddie Walk, great decision-making coming from Texas A&M setter, able to say, hey, we have to get our first ball side out, so let's incorporate one of the best middles in the country.
Completely out of system. Kelly able to get a roll off of it. Underwood out to Lednicki. Covered. Casapala all over that, defending her hitter. Back row attack. Haven't seen Hendricks seem too much. She's been really lethal for the Horned Frogs this past weekend. Not any coverage for the Horned Frogs. That's a big block again from the Aggies.
Love to see aces. It's all about getting that ratio down. So if that's at 0-0, you're doing okay. But pay attention to A&M's serving. They're serving their areas, they're serving seams, and they're able to force the other team out of system, which gives their block a fighting chance.
Kept alive, but not able to stay in effort there for the Horned Frogs, but the efficiency not so much.
You can see this. Number 37 for A&M back at the service line, Kendall Stowers. She's targeting area 1 on TCU side. She's targeting right back. TCU in rotation 1, so Elafodi is pulling back. There's two things when targeting area 1. Now, obviously, that's A&M's first service error on the night. If I'm head coach Jamie Morrison, I'm saying, you know what, that's okay. We can afford to get that because it was a purposeful serve over the net to, again, area 1, trying to force TCU out of system, which A&M has done a great job of.
Top spin serve handled by Underwood, and it's out to Lednicki, recycling that one on purpose. That's a pro move you see right there. Out again to her. No recycling. That going straight down to the libero Volpe.
And this is the A&M we've been seeing. A little bit out of system, some chaos, but Maddie Walk able to still set an in-tempo set to Lednicki, and Lednicki able to execute.
Back attack to Kelly. Straight through that seam.
Gotta feel good for Becca Kelly. She's struggled with this block all night. Elafodi in tempo. Becca Kelly able to go line with it, identifies that she has a little bit of a late block and capitalizes.
Off pass. Lednicki's gonna let her settle to get it. I like that. She can hear Walk calling for it. Kept alive. Really out of system. TCU keeping it up though. It's out to Hendricks. A lot of tips in this play right now. Lednicki with the hammer. No more tips for her.
I say this with a grain of salt because Lednicki doesn't really have a favorite shot, but if she had a favorite shot, if she had a money shot, this would be it. That is an undefendable ball. It is incredibly difficult to hit that ball, but the lefty is able to just snap that ball down.
Service error from Lednicki. That was earlier her 6th kill of the match though. Does love those cross-court shots. A big lefty. When you're a lefty on the right side, the whole body is open to the court. 6'3", 6 kills last night against MCU. Those are not numbers we usually see from her. Archer. 3-option pass from the Aggies. Helmuth able to get that kill. The Dallas, Texas native feeling good right here. And now she comes out for Applegate. Applegate will be serving for her. Applegate, the 5'5" freshman. Getting some great experience here in Fort Worth, Texas. Perfect response from Lednicki to the back row attack. Taking the error. TCU leading by 1, trying to separate that lead against the Aggies so that situations like last set don't happen for them again. Evan Hendricks at the service line, the 12 kills against UCLA on Friday. What an up by Walk. That's all reflex. Lednicki absorbing the jam. Great coverage by Ava Underwood. Okay, reflexes again. A&M is all over it. And that up, though, from Hendricks. What defense. It does not get better than this. Great up by Hendricks.
What a save defensively and able to execute. Lauren Murphy, wow, what a rally. Texas A&M, Maddie Walk. Really smart decision from Maddie Walk. She sees that area on the court that's open, but Evan Hendricks is right there. Now you hate to follow that up with a service error because that's a big momentum thing, and now A&M is within one.
Morgan Perkins, the 6'1" middle at the line for Jamie Morrison. Volpe, 3-option pass. Leading to that quick tempo offense. Samara Coleman, another kill.
I mean, Samara Coleman, okay, go off. 500 after that kill. 9 kills, 1 error, 16 total attempts, and then, of course, accompanies that service ace and 3 digs on the night so far.
Huge swing by Kendall Stowers, and that second touch from Ava Underwood was way behind the 10-foot line.
I love this. So can Texas A&M adjust to get back to how they play volleyball? Yeah, they absolutely can. I mean, Ava Underwood, wow, what a great out-of-system set. Able to take it with her hands perfectly, 5 and 5.
Set her out, Walk getting that dig. Laid out for the Aggies, rolling off that net, Kendall Stowers.
Back-to-back out-of-system kills from A&M. Assists coming from Ava Underwood, taking it with her platform. This is absolutely fabulous play from Texas A&M. Now remember, out-of-system means it's not a perfect pass.
Big hustle by Hendricks. Not able to keep that one in play, though.
So again, A&M is able to execute on out of system, and they're taking care of that first touch. Now Maddie Walk is back at that service line. Again, she's not necessarily getting aces, but she's forcing TCU out of system, which we just saw it. The block for A&M is able to adjust, kind of cheat. So you can see Paula is a little bit cheating over because she knows that it's not a good pass by A&M, so they're able to put up a disciplined block. Now, as much as I say discipline, you're going to do that on the timing. If your footwork's going to be great, if your eyes are going to be good, you still have to press over, use that core, and angle your hands back into the court, which is not what Paula and Lednicki did, which I can say that because they have been doing it all night.
10th kill of the night for Samara Coleman. Her career high, she already reached, which was 9, and it's only the second set. Great match so far for this young player for TCU. And there goes Kelly with the finger whack, not crossing this wall.
And you mentioned it, Becca and Bree Kelly played last week, and those two are just fireballs. I love their personality, and you can see every time she gets a point, she just loves celebrating with her team. She is such a momentum player for TCU.
Lednicki, smarter, not harder. She's not that showboat player. She's all about getting those kills.
Again, we've seen A&M mix it up. They're back to themselves. They're a difficult team to scout because they have such prolific offensive players that have heavy arms, but are also able to be smart.
Samara Coleman getting picked on in serve receive. And when you're a freshman, you're playing this well, you got to know that you're going to get those serves coming to you. Texas A&M absolutely wants to get in this young freshman's head from behind the service line. Now going short, but it's kept alive. Kelly off the net. Tight set. Recycled, not able to be kept up though. Point for TCU at the block. Now we're tied here at the second set.
Nice execution from TCU. They see there was it was a tight set, a little bit of a miscommunication from Maddie Walk on A&M's side.
Samara Coleman in the net. This player has probably taken the least errors out of anybody in the gym, or at least one of them, so she can afford a few mess ups here and there, but you're seeing A&M pick on her at the service line. Tatum Thomas up for the Aggies, and it's out. Back-to-back service errors, and we saw that a lot last night against Texas A&M and SMU, just trading off different service errors, giving away the momentum. I know that Jason Williams and Jamie Morrison both don't want that to start happening here tonight.
No, it's all about taking care of the first touch, whether that be on serve. Again, sure, an ace is great, but you're forcing the other team out of system. So you see ace, you just saw TCU serve A&M's libero.
Some great ups for TCU, but A&M also keeping it alive. Straight down from Morgan Perkins off Volpe.
And that's big for A&M to take care of that. Now, TCU is putting over purposeful serves. Now, obviously, they didn't put over an ace that time, but it's a purposeful serve to area one. Two things. It's hard to pass on your right. It's also, for the setter, difficult for the setter, Maddie Walk, to take that ball over her left shoulder. So A&M is able to break the rotations that they need to break, even while TCU is putting over purposeful serves.
Murphy, the Ohio State transfer from Round Rock, Texas, not too far, finding that open real estate middle of the court. Jason Williams said she's been a big surprise, is really good coming in, but when we give her the space, she scores. She has a huge block and one of the best servers for their team. Now it's Archer's turn. High second touch, off the hands. Helmuth does a really good job at when Underwood sets her from the back row. Love talking with her. Jane Morrison on your screen. Quick attack, nice save. All sorts of out of system, but Aggies keeping that ball alive. Lauren Murphy, the 6'4" outside, ending that one fast.
Despite the save from A&M, Lauren Murphy able to take advantage of the A&M miscommunication. And that's how you're going to win against a great Aggie volleyball team. You have to capitalize off of their miscommunications.
6 kill for Lauren Murphy. Free ball from Lednicki. Horned Frogs trying to reset, and it's going to be back to Murphy. Back-to-back kills. First the left, now she's on the right side.
I mean, if this is not a testament to how fast this TCU offense is, I don't know what is. Look at this. Watch number 1 in maroon. No time. Absolutely no time. Lauren Murphy on her second step, able to connect with Rosemary Archer. Fabulous execution.
0 ties in the first set. This second set, we've had 11. Now the momentum on the Horned Frogs court. Aggies trying to reset in the huddle.
That's because these two teams are taking care of the first touch, whether that be TCU being purposeful with their serves back at the service line, or A&M doing the same thing. Now, to put this in perspective, Addie Applegate, number 2 for Texas A&M. She's probably one of the best passers on the court right now. So fabulous serving from Evan Hendricks.
Off the hands, Kendall Stowers. The Baylor transfer making a big impact here against TCU.
And that's an important time to get the first ball side out by A&M when you got Evan Hendricks back at the service line for the Horned Frogs.
Morgan Perkins, deep ball. No one followed it, but it worked out for TCU. Another service error for the Aggies. Right now, Aggies have 4 service errors. TCU has 5.
Now again, you want to get that ratio down. So A&M, 3 service errors, 1 service ace. I'm going to guess that if it continues like that, there will be a conversation about it.
Kendall Stowers bringing the momentum to her team. A lot of energy after she gets that kill. And you can see it spread out to Lednicki, Kasapala. Momentum is contagious. Out to Kelly with the quick. Going through the split. Back to Lednicki. Going off the hands. It's a tight ball. Great up by Underwood. Really low, tight sets right now. TCU getting that point with that error from the Aggies.
both teams making the necessary adjustments to that tempo on both sides of the ball. But wow, what a save from A&M. A&M playing great defense across the board back row. You just got to execute on plays like that. I like the decision from Stowers. You just have to make sure it's in the court.
Ella Fody, one of the setters who's never really set before till this year. Jason Williams brought her in the spring and said, if you can set and help us, you're going to play. And she is officially a setter. Tight ball from Kelly. Side set to Lednicki. Everyone out of system right now, trying to reset. It's a great run through from A&M. Stowers putting that ball down.
Love it. A&M able to get out of the rally, or win the rally. Look at that set. Oh, great connection. You can see Sarah Sylvester, number 4 for TCU, a little bit late. And Kendall Stowers doesn't say, hey, I'm going to hit it in the middle of that block, a hard-driven ball. She notices everybody's expecting her to do that.
Another service error for A&M. Thompson coming out from Samara Coleman, the freshman, 6'1" outside. What a swing from Casapala. You can hear the crowd shocked with that one.
I mean, wow. Great serve from TCU. Look at that. What a fabulous pass from Stowers. Oh, you can't get technically more sound like that than that. Maddie Walk says, hey, I'm going to set the best, one of the best middles in the country. Why not?
Back to Lednicki, right through the split, beating the block and middle back for the Horned Frogs.
And this was a big key, right? We talked about this key at the top of the show. Texas A&M has to be purposeful serving. Maddie Walk has to also take advantage when the first touch is good. That wasn't a perfect pass to the middle of the court, but she's able to connect with their go-to attacker on the pin.
Walk to her middle. Morgan Perkins came out the front, the service line. Wanting to hold onto that ball for as long as she can at the service line. Outside of Hendricks, tipped off. And that's gonna work, going off the hands of Morgan Perkins.
And that's a smart decision from Evan Hendricks. Hey, we gotta break their serve.
Outside, big unleash by Helmuth. The tips are everything right now for TCU. A&M cannot get a dig up.
Keep it real there, but the last 10 years I've been in Los Angeles, the cowboy hats are amazing.
Definitely making their way out to Stagecoach. Here we are, top of the third set. Outside, great up, kept alive by Walk. Back row attack coming in from Hendricks. And your Arizona player gets the first kill of the third set.
Boom. NDP Saints, let's go. Evan Hendricks. Now again, in their scrimmage against SMU preseason, Jason Williams and the entire TCU coaching staff said Evan is really taken a next step maturity-wise. It's been such a pleasant surprise, and now into that non-conference play, she has showed up and showed out.
Off the hands, Texas A&M now on the board in the third set. Stowers, we've said her name plenty tonight. Only had 7 kills last night against SMU, but she has been a huge force for A&M here at Fort Worth. 8 kills so far, just beginning of the third set for Stowers. Samara Coleman, who beat her career high with 9 in the middle of the second set, still getting kills here tonight.
I mean, freshman, that's a freshman. A lot of times, again, you can't teach experience in sports. Samara Coleman able to go up and see the court, understand that she has a massive block in front of her, and able to utilize that block, get crafty, get versatile, get dynamic, get creative. That is not how a freshman normally plays.
11 kills for Coleman. Back set to Lednicki, off the hands. She'll take that tool.
Lednicki, relatively quiet for who she is and what kind of player she is, but that is the kind of player that has made her make that 2025 ABCA National Player of the Year watch list, able to tool blocks and get real creative.
Kelly off the fingertips. Helmuth not even trying to hide where she's going. That left back was all over her.
What a great set from Maddie Walk, number 4 for TCU in white. Sarah Sylvester completely late. Fabulous decision-making from Maddie Walk, which we've seen today, and that was a big key for Texas A&M. Maddie Walk had to be mentally tuned in and focused to what was going on the other side of the net so she could create those one-on-one matchups for her attackers.
Big key for A&M was also that serve and pass game. Missed that serve. They're going to want to come back with a 3-option pass right now against this topspin from Coleman, which they do. Out to Helmuth. Good things happen when you have a good first touch.
Take care of that first touch, and then you see Maddie Walk, Texas A&M setter, able to speed up that tempo for A&M over to Emily Helmuth on that left side pin.
Logan Lednicki, not just at the service line, but now that back row threat for A&M. You could argue she might be even better at the back row. Out of system for TCU. Great up. Oh, but it's a stuff ISO block by Morgan Perkins.
I mean, dig to kill, why not? Great defense from Kendall Stowers for A&M, and then A&M able to get their offense going and set up their middle blockers for success.
Samara Coleman continues to punish the Aggies when they're out of system, and she's finding that open real estate in the middle of the court right now. Volpe at the service line. Again, already early in the third set, hard for both teams to go on a run. Now 5-5, back to that tie position we saw so much in the second set.
A decent amount of service errors, but again, you kind of have to take it match by match, game by game. A&M with 6 service errors, TCU with 5 service errors through 2 sets and 9 points. So as long as it's even, you're not too upset as a coach.
You are upset though at an overpass, because that's just giving Stowers a free point. Not able to keep it on your side. This is a young back row. 2 sophomores, 1 freshman, and Aggies are in a great position to take advantage of that at the service line right now. And TCU can take a little sigh of relief, because that is a very tough rotation for the back row for them.
Again, Addie Applegate, that freshman, DS Libero, number 2 for A&M, missing that serve. She is ridiculous at serve receive and has a fabulous serve, but again, that's that experience that you can't teach, to know when to get your serve over and when not.
Stowers off the hands, Volpe right on target. Rosemary Archer now setting for TCU. And that's going to be called out. TCU taking the error from Texas A&M.
This Aggie team looking to the sidelines to see if there was a challenge. But Jamie Morrison saying, no, that ball was in. I like his coaching style. He hasn't challenged on 2 plays that I think a lot of other coaches would challenge. And then you see his team respond. So it's kind of that philosophy where it's like, hey, just play. Just keep going, move on. Ball doesn't lie, you'll take care of it. And this is one thing that this Aggie team is able to do. Again, the biggest question coming into today, how were the Aggies able, or how were they going to handle this little bit of adversity? We're seeing it.
Morgan Perkins in the back row for this rotation. Watch out for TCU to pick on her there. Doesn't have to. Aggies holding down the fort. Maddie Walk at the front.
Back-to-back disciplined plays. Look at that. The timing was a little bit off, but as long as you stay disciplined in that blocking, press your hands over, you're going to find success.
3-option pass. Kept alive somehow. A&M led Nikki with the tip. Big up from Volpe. A lot of off-speed shots on both sides of the court, but Stowers beating out that triple block, going through the hands of Murphy.
Morgan Perkins playing some defense. Okay, middles, and then huge for Kendall Stowers to execute on the triple block. Wow, this is a huge momentum swing for A&M.
11th kill for Stowers. Now Aggies finding that momentum, starting with that serve of Morgan Perkins, and she's that middle back for just one rotation. So this is the one rotation where this middle will be in the back row. Look for TCU to try and pick on her when they are hitting. Middles do love to get those digs, as we talked about earlier, though. Deep float. Hendricks tried picking on Perkins, but just pulled it outside a little too much. Jason, too bad himself.
We got some former NFL players in the house tonight, so you never know.
Patrick Mahomes played Texas Tech, not too far from Dallas here. Still loyal to the Big 12. Stowers, another kill right over the block.
That's big. Jason Williams calling that timeout for TCU to break the serve, get a side out. And A&M, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be this big 10-foot bounce.
Misserved by Morgan Perkins, but when you hold on to the ball at the service line, even 3 serves, you did a good job. You serve deep and aggressive, your coach is going to be too mad about that one, especially when you got your team on a run. Now it's Evan Hendricks' turn to try and get her team on a run. Only 6th rotation player that played last Friday against UCLA, where she had 12 kills. And that's the run that ends the 6-0 run for A&M. TCU called over on that one.
Let's see. Yeah, so you can't play the ball if it's still on the other side. So the thought there, and that was Samara Coleman, the freshman, you just got to go straight up. Can't reach over the net. And TCU breaking this serve and getting a first ball side out. That's huge. Still within 6. So it's still a big lead. But again, this is all about momentum. Stay disciplined at the net, stay disciplined back at the service line, and you can get back into this game.
Similar to goaltending in basketball. Murphy with the big serve. Aggie's not able to get a second touch on that one. Oh, the bench's energy has been there all night from the Horned Frogs.
You can always tell when a team is getting that momentum going because you just look at the bench. The bench is so important.
The bench really is important. Led Nikki off her shoulder. She's a left-handed, so a little awkward movement from her. ISO block. Ava Underwood giving it her all, but not able to keep that ball in play. TCU down, but feeling like they're ahead right now. Momentum seems like it's all on the Horned Frog side right now.
It's great execution from the pass from the set to the attack by TCU. And you got Lauren Murphy back at the service line. She puts over that triple F serve. It's fast, it's flat, and it floats.
There we go again. Kendall Stowers not able to figure out a solid touch right now.
He has to send over a purposeful serve, and she does.
Run through the middle, though, is Casapala.
It was right thinking from Lauren Murphy, serving that right back area, or area 1. The A&M players.
Looks like the LED lights are going off.
Which is valid. The light situation here is intense. I love it. The atmosphere is awesome, but you can't be doing that within the whistles.
Right after Casapala's kill, almost all 6 Aggies on the court were shaking their hands at the ceiling. I wasn't sure what that was about, but it's clearly the lights right now, which especially for the setters, that can be extremely detrimental to your game. It's almost like water on the football field for the quarterback trying to make a throw.
Yeah, and I think of kind of, for lack of a better word, weird places to play. This does feel like one of them. It's a unique venue. It reminds me of Utah's venue or UConn's venue, even playing in the Carrier Dome at Syracuse. It's just a little different. So variables like lights, it really matters in a gym like this.
Great up by Hendricks, and it's a back row attack to her. Casapala straight down, getting the block from the back row hit.
A&M still able to take care of the ball, getting that timeout, a little bit of a reset by the Aggies, and now they're able to adjust. We've seen that back row attack coming from either Evan Hendricks or Samara Coleman all day, beating that Aggie block, that Aggie defense, and now they're making the adjustments in set 3.
Triple block from TCU. They've done a good job at setting that up. Maddie Walk with the late reaction. Kill for the Horned Frogs. Walk though first back to the huddle for her team. Ella Foti back at the service line, played 3 seasons at Marquette, 1 beach season at Pepperdine, and all his opposites. This is her first time ever setting as a collegiate athlete, and she is a grad student. And she will get a kill as a center. What an amazing story for this player.
You watch Marquette at all, you know how athletic Ella Foti is. You know she has a lethal serve. Wow, nothing you can do about that. Oh, you hate to be on the other side of that, but you love to be on the point-winning side.
No one will mind the net ace when you're the server. Back to Lednicki off the hands. Hendricks rolling it over. Back to Lednicki. She's going line, but it's blocked. TCU trying to reset to Kelly. Kelly had a big snap, but not able to keep that in.
I don't mind that. I love the swing from Becca Kelly. Out of system, great 5-and-5 set coming from right back from Evan Hendricks. Becca Kelly, keep swinging.
And it gives you the green light, Kelly. Texas A&M, is it in? And it is. That's a deep ace from the Aggies. Tatum Thomas, the senior, doing great things, extending that now 5-point lead for A&M. Straight down for Kelly. That's a player you want to give redemption to immediately.
Boom, Becca Kelly's keep swinging. Look at how fast that tempo is. Now, even though Morgan Perkins was there for Texas A&M, Becca Kelly able to find it. Hit around the block to get the point.
Great pass by Everwood. Looked like it almost hit Coleman's face, but she got her head out of the way just in time to bounce off her chest, because that would have been a hurtful one.
Morgan Perkins, okay, off of the serve. Yeah, send me the push. Why not? Sarah Sylvester not identifying Morgan Perkins' lethal attack.
3-option pass from Lednicki's serve. It's out to Helmuth. Foti keeps it off the net. And Walk's gonna call her own number, but it's kept alive by Volpe. Logan Lednicki looking visibly frustrated after that kill against her.
I love this. Wow, how back and forth. I mean, TCU able to handle the defense. I liked the decision for Maddie Walk. She doesn't make that decision a lot, so when she does, I trust.
Has used one challenge. Volpe at the service line. Out to Helmuth. Another kill by Helmuth. We've been calling her name all 3 sets. 9 kills for this outside so far. And now A&M is first to the red zone again, and by this time a large margin. 5 points can feel like the world, especially this late in a set. Addie Applegate, the freshman, Up to serve. Out to Hendricks. Absorbed perfectly by Volpe. And flying into Samara Coleman. She's scoring at every part of the court.
Especially from that back row. So she's running pretty much a true big, connecting with Ella Foti extremely well. Look at how quick that is. She's already in a second step, taking a 3 or 4 step approach. Already in the midst of that. Now where she hit was the seams. When you take a back row attack, you play a different defense than your normal front row attack defense. A&M has to adjust and play that front row of defense against Samara Coleman.
That was Coleman's 16th kill of the match so far. Not able to make that dig right there. Aggies now just 4 points away from taking set 3. The next person who has the second most points in the gym is Stowers, and she has 12, so a big difference in Coleman's play versus everybody. And Stowers with the block as well. Line. Tough missed serve time, especially this late in the set, but TCU is going to take it. Now it's Evan Hendricks' turn at the back line.
That's the coach's point. Point for Jason Williams, able to ice the server. He gets that point.
It's not just challenges, you're right, but those ice points I forgot.
There are
2 games within the game. Short float by Hendricks, handled by Ava Wood, and Maddie Walk calling her own number. Jamie Morrison is loving it.
Jamie Morrison just came off the bench and started chuckling. Now this is how you scout Maddie Walk. You can't, because she goes on that over and 2, A&M running a 5-1 with Walk, and she's really smart when she does it. So she's got a high volleyball IQ.
Morrison Walk is one of the most underrated players in the country, one of the best setters he's ever coached. Lauren Murphy back at the service line. So Jason Williams said is one of his team's best servers. Deep float. But it's handled. That was a great up by Hendricks. Looks like someone might have been in the net. And it was actually the Aggies. Kelly hoping it wasn't her. But a tight play at the front. You see the huddle from A&M. We asked Jamie Morrison today, who was it, that leader, the vocal leader, when you were down against SMU? He said, I have no idea. I left the locker room after that second set and let my team figure it out on their own for 3 full minutes. You love seeing that leadership. And Fenacasa-Paula taking advantage of that block, not pressing up in front of her. And now it's set point in the 3rd set for Texas A&M.
Boom, first ball side out, puts them within 1 to go up 1 set heading into the 4th. Fabulous execution from that A&M block.
Out to Kelly, tipped. Deep jam. Lemicki off the hands. A lot of tips on both sides this play. Over the net, it's an overpass, and it's defended by Casa-Paula. Great timing, back row. Outside to Helmuth. Off the hands. And with the tiniest touch, Helmuth gets the set point for her team. Texas A&M taking the 3rd set. Go to 5. Deep float to start this set off. Helmuth again making these tips in the middle of the court look so easy.
And I would love that. Block was a little bit late for TCU. I was expecting Helmuth to bounce that one. It would have been a nice way to start, but again, that's what distinguishes her as one of the most prolific scorers on this A&M team. She has a high volleyball IQ.
11th kill of the night for Helmuth. Back to Coleman. What a swing. Morgan Perkins looking like a machine at the middle.
I mean, get them going. I love the set distribution from Maddie Walk. From the middle, able to incorporate the middles with Morgan Perkins, and Perkins able to execute. So we see Maddie Walk spread that offense and not just set the same exact hitters every time.
Texting in with the point, talking Maddie Walk, 36 assists for her so far tonight. We already said earlier, Jamie Morrison said she's one of the most underrated players in the country, one of the best setters he has ever coached. Seen her call her own number a couple times tonight, which helps when you're a left-handed setter. Out to Kelly. Through the block of Led Nikki and Morgan Perkins.
Watch that Texas A&M block, that fast tempo. Becca Kelly finds an inch and takes it through the hole. Again, it's kind of an off-speed shot, but it's able to get TCU back at the service line.
Great topspin serve, tight at the net. Helmuth looking for a touch. It's going to be TCU's point, though.
Great pass from A&M libero Ava Underwood, able to take care of the ball. Again, we say left is right, right is wrong. So it's hard to pass the ball on your right-hand side. That's why, as a server, you target area 1, that right back area that Ava Underwood is in right now.
Covered at the net by Perkins was Lednicky's hit. But the coverage could not last. TCU's block is reading and hunting everything at the front.
And again, this is a testament to the serve. Now, obviously, Sarah Sylvester able to be disciplined on that block, not following the ball, but following the hitter. But back at the service line, Samara Coleman able to take care of it by hitting that area 1, because even if that ball is passed well, it is really difficult for the setter to get her body around it to then run her offense.
Coleman with another ace, but no one even touched it for the Aggies. She's going right in that seam.
I mean, look, that's perfect. It's got a little bit of curve. Oh, paints that line.
4-0 TCU run. Jason Williams' team is building momentum of their own. Helmuth deciding quickly, I'm going to take this one in. Off the hands, great tool off Kelly.
That's the A&M we've seen. That's their identity. Okay, we just got it up. It's fine. Platform set, but Emily Helmuth able to take care of business on that out-of-system serve receive.
Quick approach by Hendricks, making that arm speed even faster through the block. 5'9" outside, and not looking like she's 5'9".
No, fast tempo ball from Ella Foti. Evan Hendricks been relatively quiet offensively. A&M doing a great job handling her, but 11 digs for Hendricks. She's doing it all for TCU.
You love the energy seen from Becca Kelly. Even though it's 1 point, it can feel like 3. Hats off to you, Becca Kelly. Those guys want to see her get an ace again. Helmuth just never afraid of the block in front of her, especially even when it's Murphy, the 6'4" outside.
I mean, Emily Helmuth, great tempo, notices that Lauren Murphy, number 9 in white, is not pressed over the net, executing that block, takes advantage.
Quick snap from Murphy. Not able to stay on her feet is Foti. Blocked straight down. Murphy was all over that hit from Kendall Stowers.
That was incredibly disciplined blocking from TCU. I mean, wow. Lauren Murphy locks in. You can't really see her eyes throughout that play, but watching her in person, her head was down and her eyes read Maddie Walk to a T.
Samara Coleman, she's doing it all, looking like a front row player from behind the 10-foot line.
mean, how do you defend that? This is an undefendable ball, so you have 3 across on that back row attack. You can see Lednicki kind of takes a step back more towards in the middle, because that's where Samara Coleman has been hitting it all night. Able to paint the side of that court. Now, you hate to follow that up with a service error, especially on such a pivotal set where you have to win it if you're TCU.
Logan Lednicki literally playing tag with the ball, trying to avoid it as she runs out, letting it go out of bounds. Jamie Morrison thought that was funny. I did too. Perkins at the service line. Overpass. Casapala is all over it, though. What a swing. Kendall Stowers absolutely unleashing at the corner.
Kendall Stowers showing us why she is that player that you need to feed the ball to in pivotal moments.
Free ball from the Aggies. Let's see what they do with it. Can they put it away? Casapala goes off the hands, but great up by Samara Coleman. Defense is all over the place from TCU. Back row tip. Casapala with the dig. Everyone chipping in this time. Perkins not able to keep it over, but you love the effort shown.
I love that play from Casapala at the net. She just defends that net and then kind of gets caught. She's trying to catch TCU as they transition. TCU catches A&M as they're in the middle of their transition.
Volpe with the read, not able to keep that ball in play. Too hard of a hit from Kendall Stowers.
You can see Jamie Morrison kind of standing up, coaching along the sidelines, but the minute that Stowers came back off of that kill, he kind of said, hey, let's keep it going, keep up that momentum.
Walk at the service line. If she's gonna dump, both feet have to be on the ground this time. Tight pass, tight from Casapala. It's out to Stowers again. Nice run through, staying on their feet was Archer. And getting that point for TCU, first to 10. TCU doing everything they can to push this to 5.
I mean, back and forth, out of system play. Lauren Murphy able to capitalize, hits over that block. Again, 6'4". She is a monster at that net.
Right side, but that block, Logan Lednicki was not about to let the freshman Coleman pass her.
Lednicki able to set it over with her hands. So takes that ball, doesn't really put over an attack, but again is able to transition and read the kind of small ball that TCU ends up playing.
Three option pass, ran through the middle. Robertson looking like a machine at the front.
That was the one note I had on Maddie Walk. She's fabulous at defense. 13 digs so far tonight. That's the only bit, is just stay still, play defense first as a setter. Don't get trapped into worrying about your next play. You got to focus on taking care of the ball.
Lednicki with the quick off the hands of Kelly. Didn't even need to go for that open split.
Just smart. She's so smart. She's so versatile. I mean, what a set from Maddie Walk. A little bit inside because, again, Logan Lednicki is that lefty, and she finds the block and is able to use it.
Perfect in sync arm from Sarah Sylvester. No way the Aggies are touching that ball.
Boom, takes care of the first ball. Oh yeah, Ella Foti. We're gonna incorporate the middle. Sarah Sylvester on fire.
There she goes again, Sylvester by Callie. That's a great matchup, but not for Texas A&M up against that one.
You can see Ella Foti really coming into that leadership role. What, 6, 7 matches into the season. Jason Williams, before their first match last weekend, said Ella is a natural leader. She just hasn't built that relationship yet with teammates. She wasn't here in the spring. So I really love seeing what Ella Foti has been able to develop with her teammates at TCU so far.
Call of Lednicki being in the antenna. That's also one you could challenge. It looks like it might have been off Hendricks' hands, but Jay Morrison, not worth the call, especially if Lednicki doesn't turn over and say, hey, grab that card. Coleman with the top spin. Pushed out. Nice flick from Walk, and Helmuth's going to give her an assist off of it.
Emily Helmuth hitting just over 300 with 13 kills. I imagine most of those kills are coming on that first ball side out, and they're not 10-foot bounces, but she's able to find areas on the court that are open.
Great dig by Ava Underwood. Oh, and this is not a call any player on the Aggies side is liking. Everyone immediately turning to Coach Morrison and saying no. Underwood talking to the up ref. Only the captains are allowed to talk to the ref, and she's going to come back, tell her team what was told to her.
Yeah, you can see him. Jamie's right in front of us saying, hey, that's a bad call.
Out to Helmuth, and it's right in that deep corner. Helmuth is second in the gym with kills. That was her 15th.
Again, an out-of-system ball. It wasn't a great pass. It was a great serve from TCU, from Alice Volpe, really taking care of the ball defensively and back at that service line. But huge for Texas A&M, first ball side out, especially after such a bummer of a play getting called not their way.
Out to Hendricks. That's an IQ play right there, going right over Musgrove.
I mean, you said it best. That is a high volleyball IQ play. Again, everybody has really been pleasantly surprised with Evan Hendricks and the step that she's taken in her maturity between freshman and sophomore year, and you can see it play out in plays like that.
Walk forced to find the outside. Stowers off the hands. Not the best set, but Murphy keeps it in. Great up by Logan Lednicki and right to target. Lednicki again, you can open hand it as long as it stays on your side. Ava Underwood, the digs are insane this play, but it's shut down. Kendall Stowers ends that long rally.
That was a huge point. Wow. Logan Lednicki play some defense. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to get the ball up. I mean, all around you had Ava Underwood flying all around the court, reading TCU's attackers extremely well, getting under balls, getting balls up, and then Kendall Stowers able to execute.
And am not able to find an answer for Hendricks right now.
I mean, both of these teams just battling. Evan Hendricks coming out and putting down a kill like that off of what A&M just did on that rally. That is mentally grueling.
Easy up from Walk. Out to Stowers, trying to cut it. Cut it a little too much. Jay Morrison coming over to out.
Great set, great connection to one of the best middle hitters in the country. This A&M team, going back to your point, Shelby, they want to get home, and I actually love this A&M schedule because they packed it full of a lot of ranked opponents on the road, which again, that's what you face once you get to the tournament. You're not, if you don't have that home seed, you're gonna be on the road facing the little bit of those gimme win theoretically matches coming up. So get some confidence, get some sleep as you head into the stuff that really counts once conference play starts.
Lauren Murphy with the service error. She does have 12 kills for her team, the second most for TCU. Only 2 players for A&M are beating her. That's Helmuth and Stowers. Kendall Stowers now at the service line. Out to Kelly, and off the hands, it's going to be a tool, though. Gotta feel good when you tool one of the best middles in Costa Paula in the nation on the AVCA Player of the Watch list.
A&M's doing a nice job tonight, at least through the first 2 sets of shutting down Becca Kelly. We've seen Becca Kelly in the 3rd set and now the 4th set adjust to that massive block that A&M's putting up.
Lednicki taking the second ball back to her outside Helmuth, who was very much off the net. Protecting her side of the court. Lednicki with the second touch again. Texas A&M getting the tool. TCU first to that red zone 20-point mark, but Texas A&M creeping back in slowly. Now it's Tatum Thomas at the service line.
I like this. A&M, they're staying loose, but they're staying focused despite being down by 4 right now.
That's a perfect block from Lednicki. Pointed back into the court, and that's going to be out. Aggies with the point again.
TCU with the hustle tries to get it. That athleticism showing from TCU defensively, but just can't get it. A&M goes back again to the service line with Tatum Thomas back there.
Great reaction from Ella Foti, leading into a big kill. Another one for Becca Kelly.
Wow, that was a good serve. Again, one of those rollers on the tape. Great serve from Tatum Thomas, but TCU taking care of the ball. I love this, Becca Kelly. We've seen her adjust and been able to hit those balls past A&M's block.
TCU called into the net. That's an error that you never want to see taken, but especially this deep in the 4th set. Logan Lednicki doesn't mind, though. She's back at the service line. Logan Lednicki was one of only 2 collegiate players invited to the senior national team this summer. Played in the BNL roster for the opening 2 weeks in Brazil and Serbia. Back to Kelly, one-on-one situation, getting that ball down the line.
I love this. Ella Foti knows that Becca Kelly is on fire right now. She's figured out that A&M block. She bounced it a couple plays ago. Now she's able to go line on a little roll shot, showing her athleticism and showing her versatility as an offensive attacker.
Out to Helmuth. Good read by Volpe. Setters out. Stowers takes the second touch. Straight blocked down by Sarah Sylvester and company. Jay Morrison forced to call a timeout. TCU just 2 points away from been a part of the AVCA pre-ranked season poll. Out to Helmuth off the hands. That's going to be a big kill for the Aggies.
Emily Helmuth done a great job tonight of executing on those out-of-system balls, especially getting those first ball side outs, which is huge, especially when you are down.
Maddie Walk has come out. Kira Musgrove is in. Jay Morrison giving his team a bigger block at the front for these last few points. It's out to Hendricks. Aggies having their own line judge with Morrison right on the sidelines. And this is big. It's alive, but aggressive. Only 2 points to take this set. Addie Applegate. Tipped right over Lednicki. Getting that ball up, but it's going to be a free ball. And that's going to be called a double for the Aggies. You can have the double if it stays on your side. Where you get called is where a player doubles the ball and it goes to the opponent's side.
And that's a little bit of a new rule change within the last few years. And I love that rule change.
You love it. Okay,
for obvious reasons. I do like it.
Anna loves it. It's a very controversial subject in the volleyball world. Coaches either love it or absolutely hate it. Deep tip. See, there was a good double, but stayed on their side, and it's going to be called A&M's ball. Kill down the line. Morgan Perkins at the service line. This is going to be the one rotation where the middle blocker is playing defense in the back row. Dominant kill from Hendricks. Not afraid. Let's see who takes it tonight. Not the way to start out. Maddie Walk with a rare error at the service line, but being the QB, the team setter, she's going to have to move on quick from that one.
Run fast. You got let Nikki out on your left side pin. You got Paula up at front. And then you got, of course, Kendall Stowers, who has been the go-to.
Walk definitely surrounded by weapons. This rotation doesn't really help, though, if you can't keep the ball on your side and serve receive, which Jamie Morrison said tonight, the most important thing is that first touch. Lauren Murphy at the service line. Jason Williams said has been one of the best surprises with her joining the team. Not the play you would think Underwood would take. Giving TCU the ball on the second touch.
When I think on the fifth set here, we were talking about it in the break. I mean, A&M played a match last night, and even though they only played 3 sets coming in, do you have enough gas in the tank to go and win in 5 sets?
Jamie Morrison trying to stop the early bleeding, taking the timeout early. TCU 3, A&M 0 here in this 5th set. We're going to 15.
If Jerry knew football the way Tom Brady knows football, he would in no way be able to handle it. Tom Brady knowledge is 10 pounds of football in a 5-pound bag of Jerry.
Come on, Ryan. What are you doing? You gotta look off the safety before you...
When the safety rotates down, just rip the seam.
Nobody knows football.
Come on, we can do better.
Like Tom Brady.
It's not that hard.
The reviews are in. First things first is a hit. I'll go first. I watch every day. I love how insightful Chris and Nick are.
Nick and Chris are great. My man.
Brew, ha-ha, which is like a pun.
You guys write these?
What's wrong with them?
Nick is right.
Oh, wow.
Nick, Brew, and Wild serve up a fresh daily dose of unscripted and unfiltered sports talk.
That one could be about me.
First things first, weekdays at 3 Eastern on FS1.
Let's go! Let's go! Rhode Island!
Georgia.
Arizona's in the house. Whoa! Let's go. Mashed potatoes. Hot over. Take your turf. Whoa!
I'm coming for you.
Excellent! Come on! Who will rise? Who will fall? On the Battle of the States.
Lauren Murphy at the service line. Jamie Morrison looking at his team, hoping that this ice worked against this server on your screen. And Murphy.
I mean, what are you going to do in a 5th set but send it to one of the best players in the country? Obviously, great decision from Maddie Walk.
Tatum Thomas. 3-option pass, though, from TCU. Great save from Lednicki after the hustle from Stowers. Stuffed down, but kept alive in coverage. Something A&M struggled on last night. Jamie Morrison saying they're in the net. The assistant coach grabs the green card for Morrison. Becca Kelly on the outside, right into the hands. Morrison's not going to need the card if his team wins this point. And he gets to save that one. point, A&M.
Wow, A&M way to execute, especially when there was some confusion with TCU being in the net. But Letnicki, okay, what an up, how athletic can you be? And then to get that point down, huge momentum winner for A&M.
Out to Letnicki, tipping it right over, but Volpe had the great read. Defense from Volpe leading to offense from Sylvester.
It's scrappy. 5 sets or whoever wants it more, and TCU staying mentally disciplined up front.
TCU first to 5, and the 5th set's just small games of 5. Who can get 5, then 10, then 15. TCU leading the charge of that. Back to Letnicki, little 2-step approach, but it's kept up. Underwood doing everything she can, but all the momentum to TCU's offense right now.
Ava Underwood putting in the work, had her hand on it, but couldn't keep it in play. But wow, TCU, Evan Hendricks getting up, identifying an undisciplined A&M block and taking advantage.
Freshman Samara Coleman at the service line. One-hand set from Walk, and that's going to be A&M's ball. Great athleticism from this setter feeding Letnicki. This is the play where Musgrove goes in for Walk, giving A&M that bigger block at the front. Letnicki an option at the back row now. Out to Kelly. A lot of tips right now. That would be a double, but it's okay. It stayed on A&M's side. Young freshman setter getting those reps in. And it's all TCU right now. Hendricks again with the kill. Her 9th of the night.
That's a big kill. Now watch Hendricks, watch this angle. I mean, that's a tough attack to keep in, especially at 5'9", utilizing the wrist and of course her hops.
Underwood keeping the ball in front of her. 3-option pass leading to the kill immediately.
A&M still staying in it, sending it to Emily Helmuth, who has been their go-to out-of-system attacker when they need points. Now you have Addie Applegate back at the service line, who is a fabulous server for A&M. She's just got to show it.
19 kills for Helmuth. She's officially passed Coleman, who has 18. Coleman attempting to get one, but a little too much power on that one. You can see how back and forth this match has been the entire night. Coleman on your screen, the young freshman leading her team with 18 kills. Out to Hendricks, off the hands. Letnicki goes, not able to help out Stowers to keep that ball in play.
Again, great hustle from Logan Letnicki, but wow, Evan Hendricks just taking over in this 5th set.
We do switch sides at the 8-point mark. Little things like this are so important in the 5th.
Now in A&M, again, it starts with that first touch. We saw them in that 3rd set really show up back at the service line.
Stowers getting the kill through the tip. These teams have been really good at placing the tips around the floor.
I like it, especially in a 5th set. Everybody wants to be the hero, but this is where you need to really dig in mentally, keep high volleyball IQ, and almost turn it on. I used to, in 5th sets, just turn on my eyes even, so we're just mentally locked in.
Casapala turning on that block, an ISO right there, not even having to close, just reading Hendricks in front of her.
And I like the decision-making from Rosemary Archer. Who else are you supposed to go to? Of course, Evan Hendricks has the hot hand right now. A&M knows that.
I think that might have been Stowers. She's going to want that on the score sheet. Free ball for TCU. Lauren Murphy not even using the full arm swing, but getting production.
I mean, wow, what an entertaining match. Are you kidding? Up tempo, closed block. Lauren Murphy says, okay, that's fine. I'll reach way over you guys and hit it where you're not.
Stowers. Looks like that should almost be illegal. It was that purposeful of a tip.
Nasty. Somebody clean that ball off. This is disgusting, filthy. I mean, that's undefendable. You have to let that go and just hope that it's out, because that shot is not happening again.
That's when coaches say she'll get hers. There was, like you said, no defending that one. All the momentum right now going for A&M, even though they're only up 1 point. TCU looking like the pressure's on them, not their opponent.
Taking care of the ball back at that service line. That was technically a service ace.
Pass right to target and leading to another kill for Coleman. 19 so far of the night for this young freshman.
I mean, wouldn't have that on my bingo card. Yeah, let's send her an in-tempo ball to get out of this rotation to our freshman, Samara Coleman, coming up big in a big moment.
Fourteenth kill of the night for Logan Lednicki.
Trading blows back and forth. A&M again able to distribute their offense. You saw Lednicki is up there on a one-on-one matchup against freshman Samara Coleman and wins it.
Pretty aggressive shot for that awkward set. And TCU will get rewarded for it. Aggies called in the net. Tied in the 5th set. Just 4 points needed from each team to win the whole thing.
I mean, this atmosphere is awesome right here. It is loud in here. Both teams are ready to go. And you see this, you got to take care of the first touch. Control the controllables, stick to focusing on the basics and take care of the ball on your side of the net.
Sarah Sylvester completely denying one of the best hitters in the nation in Logan Lednicki, making it look effortless.
I mean, wow, Sarah Sylvester voted captain by her teammates for a reason, coming up big to give TCU the lead.
Helmuth trying to recycle into the block, but it's an overpass. You cannot overpass Sarah Sylvester. The crowd is loving it.
From the upset.
Coaches put their players in drills like this. Texas A&M knows this feeling. You're down this much. It's the 5th set. How do you respond and serve receive? Out to Helmuth. Going for the hands. Begging for the touch. Is Morrison going to grab the card? He does. He's challenging it.
Why not? You have to. This is the time to hear the ball right here, just like A&M has to do back at the service line.
Thomas with the serve. Volpe with the 3-option pass. Kelly smacked straight down. We are back at match point for TCU.
Kelly, fast tempo, one-on-one. She's got that all day. I love the adjustments Becca Kelly has made throughout this match to now find success in that big moment when it counts.
TCU has to beat Penn State and UCLA twice. If they could beat A&M, number 8 in the nation. This would be huge for their program. The freshman almost getting the ace, but Lednicki is blocked straight down. TCU takes